Hyperia has just completed its first ever test run. Wow!
Insane! Insane!
Yo, what is going on guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone and welcome back to yet another Project Exodus / Hyperia construction update. Today's update could well be the most exciting update in this entire, what are we at now, 73 video series, as today could be the day that we see Hyperia testing for the very first time. Now, as I've said over the past few videos and the entire series so far, the parameters that have to come into place for this thing to test are crazy. So much testing has to be done. The conditions on the day have to be right, and that at this point is what we're waiting for. I'm here on the site at around midday, and yeah, obviously over the weekend and towards the second end of the last week, they've just been preparing the trains for this first test, getting them all ready, making sure that every single detail with those trains is working perfectly and as it should be. And yeah, today, Monday, the 15th of April, it is a very windy day, so that could also play into things today. But as I said, I'm here bright and early in the hope that we do in fact see some testing. The train is, I believe, shortly going to be moved from the maintenance bay over to the station, where they will then start filling up the water dummies in those trains, hopefully in preparation for that test. But at the end of the day, I think today's main factor is going to be the wind. If it's too windy, it simply won't be able to operate, and they're not going to risk having that very first test run in windy conditions. So yeah, this video could very well end up like the trains video that I filmed, where it was filmed over multiple weeks and days. If it doesn't happen today, I'll be back tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, I'll be back the day after. I'm not going to miss this first test run, don't you worry guys. But yeah, at this point, it's just a waiting game, so I'll keep you guys updated with anything that happens here on site. So a massive shout out to the legend that is Callum here on site. He's just built us this beautiful scaffolding tower. Now the reason we've had this built is because, of course, because of the ride areas that have been put into place, we're not going to be able to stand on areas of the site, such as this beautiful view over the lake, which I think is my favourite view of this ride, whilst the ride's operating, because it is, of course, ride area, so safety has to come first. But to get around that for this first test run, we've had this nice scaffolding tower built on the other side of this fence. This is obviously where Platform 15's horror maze used to run. And yeah, because we want to be able to shoot over the fence, we're up high and we're going to be able to get an amazing shot of hopefully the first test run from this angle. Now, in terms of this first test run, once again, as I said at the start of this video, we're in the hands of Mother Nature at this point. Everything from the site team's perspective is going well. They're filling up the water dummies in the station right now, as you saw. All of the kind of ride area fencing is ready to go. It's just the wind at this point. And naturally, with it being the first test run, the Mack engineers don't want to take any like unnecessary precautions in which there's a chance it might not make it round. So they just want to make sure that they're running under those correct wind limits and everything. And it's just a waiting game. So the time is currently coming up to 3 o'clock. It's a debate of, do we hold out for the rest of the day, because apparently the wind might drop a little bit this afternoon, or is it going to be a case of maybe tomorrow? As I said, it's nothing anyone can do. The weather is uncontrollable, so yeah, it's a waiting game. I'm so happy we've had this tower built. So we've got a lot of different camera angles. I think Kieran's going to be up here with his camera. I'm going to be down the saw path. I'm getting it from that view, and then I think Archie's going to be kind of over at the site balcony, getting everyone's reactions and stuff. But yeah, certainly is very exciting. It's just a waiting game now, so fingers crossed we get to see this thing going round today. So it's not looking good for today. We've just hit about 4 o'clock dead on actually, and I think it's a pretty solid no. I feel so bad for all of the many people behind me over there. But yeah, obviously, as I said, the wind's not looking great, so is what it is, and all of the workers are getting back to work now, so they're going into the ride area and just kind of continuing with everything they can do now. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I think today is unfortunately a solid no.
How long ago was that?
So we are back for another day here on the Hyperia construction site. Today is of course Tuesday, the 16th of April. It's currently just coming up to 11:30. We've been here for a few hours on site now just because we want to get here as early as possible. Testing isn't due to start until this afternoon, obviously once those winds die down, because as of yesterday, pretty much everything is ready to go. It was just a case of waiting for the weather. So yeah, work has continued to take place on site this morning. Let me spin the camera around. As you can see, we've got all of the diggers working over there. And yeah, work continues in the queue line and at the bottom of the lift hill. So yeah, construction is still going on this morning, but of course the main thing that we are waiting for today is that very first test. And yeah, there's already a bit of a crowd behind me. I don't know if you can see him in this shot. And yeah, there's just such a buzz around the entire area, not only with everyone on the other side of the fence, but even the workers here on site. You can tell I get excited to see it go around for the first time after months and months and months of work. So yeah, once again, we are just in a waiting game, but more than happy to just spend all day up here waiting for, as Dominic would say, the golden moment. So I'll keep you updated as the day goes on, but we got a good few hours until this thing could even start going. We'll have to wait and see. So that was all a little bit of a rush. We've had our cameras set up for all of today, and we've obviously just been waiting for the final go-ahead. And all of a sudden we heard the klaxon, which is of course how they start off ride tests, and we were like, oh god, gotta go. That was just a test. Like, they obviously have to test the klaxon before the kind of big one. But it kind of kicked us into gear, and myself and Thomas from the marketing team are now in a very unique position. We are down the Soar Alive kind of service road. Now this is of course an area that's not normally accessible. So we've had to go through like special health and safety measures and sign everything off to be here. But it is very, very exciting. Let me spin the camera around and show you our view. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, obviously there's a massive crowd just outside of the site, but we've got quite a nice view, haven't we, Thomas? Yeah. You all right being on camera? Oh, man. Hey, hello, boss. How you doing?
How are you?
I think we've got it quite good, haven't we?
I think we've got a good angle here.
We've got...
Fingers crossed it'll go smoothly.
Yeah.
Weather's nice, that's picked up, stopped hailing and raining.
Happy days. And yeah, at this point we are just waiting to kind of hear that klaxon. We've got people dotted around, so I don't know if we can see Kieran and another member of the marketing team just across the other side of the site. I don't know if you can see him. Right over there in the high vis, just about there. And then we've got another person, Archie, over on the site balcony getting everyone's reactions. But yeah, I can't believe it's about to happen. This is a bit crazy. I think I might cry once this test, but I've got a job to do. I've got to film it first, and then I'll kind of understand what's just happened. But the fact that Hyperia is going to be flying down that drop in a matter of minutes is insane. We've been waiting many, many years for this. Here we go. We're set up and ready to go. Oh my god. So the train's come out of the station. I've already got a tear in my eye, guys. Genuinely, just seeing that train on the track It's doing things to me. I could be a mess by the time this goes round. That was genuinely amazing. And it hasn't even gone up the lift hill. I think the plan is, they said they might park it at the bottom of the lift hill and they might kind of like reverse it and put it forwards a few times just to get those wheels, like do all the checks they need to do basically. And then there's a chance the Mack engineer might actually be walking alongside the train as it goes up the lift hill. So it might be a really slow process. Not sure what's going to be happening, but we could still be a good amount of time before testing actually starts for the actual layout. But the train is now on the track. Now that it's gone around that corner, unless it has to do with layout basically, they can't like reverse it back into the station. It is happening. Oh my God, I'm already nearly crying. So currently the train is just kind of parked at the bottom of the lift hill. It's going up really slowly, as I said it might do. But it looks so small. Like I can't even comprehend how it's going to look when it's at the top of the lift hill. It already looks tiny and it's right at the bottom. It's really becoming real now that I'm about to see this thing go around. Like seeing all of the project managers stood at the bottom of the lift hill looking up. I don't know if I'm nervous for them or excited, but I've been spending like multiple days every week for the past year at this point, seeing these people and chatting about how exciting this ride is. And this is their moment. So I'm so excited and happy for them. I'm just praying that everything goes smoothly, and what a spectacle we're about to watch. What an honor it is to be here. Wow. She's done it.
Nice.
Wow.
Did you see that? How long it was holding on that and that?
Wow.
You were upside down for about 4 seconds up there.
Hyperia has just completed its first ever test run. Wow.
Insane.
Honestly, we were just saying that is 4 years or so in the making. I don't really know how to feel. Like, that is crazy.
From a little X on the ground to seeing that guy.
Yeah.
That is
honestly, the second it dropped off of that chain, I just went into autopilot. Like,
Goosebumps.
I started shaking. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Unsure if they're going to do another test now, but there you go. Hyperia has made it round. This is officially the UK's tallest roller coaster now. Wow, wow, wow. I'm hoping we get another test. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, they're currently running it to basically get the parameters they need, checking what speeds they need the brakes at, what speed they need the lift hill chain at. So we could get, I believe, up to 3 tests today, but we've had one. I'm happy. I'm over the moon. What an incredible moment that was. She did it! She did it! Come on! Let's go,
oh my God!
Incredible. Amazing, wasn't it?
I thought I was getting emotional, but my
I had a tear in my eye. Wow! Wow.
What a moment,
Mr.
Jack.
Sambrook.
What a moment.
What are we saying?
Honestly, that was special, wasn't it?
Really
It
was.
was a good speed.
You know, we were watching your stream down there. We couldn't believe how many people there were here.
Yeah,
There's a few in the car park as well. Squeaking like, come on,
oh, no, it was really
Did you rig it
special.
up on
that.
the...
Wow.
Come on.
So, there we go. A truly amazing day in Thorpe Park's history comes to an end. So unfortunately we didn't get more than that one test. It only went round once today. Obviously that's completely up to the Mack engineers. They would have had their reasons for doing that. And then yeah, after that, obviously headed back into site. It was amazing to chat to so many people that had just witnessed that first test run and just kind of soak in the atmosphere for a little bit, just outside of a site boundary. And then we obviously headed in, did some interviews with John Burton and Claire from Merlin Magic Making. And yeah, it's just been a really, really nice atmosphere on site this afternoon. The team have smashed another milestone in Hyperia's construction. And don't get me wrong, there's still a long, long way to go. Like pretty much as soon as that coaster went round, the teams were back hard at work, making sure that this coaster is ready to go on the 24th of May. But yeah, from a personal perspective of today, just pure happiness, like seeing, I'll never ever forget the moment that I saw that coaster go over the crest of the lift hill for the first time. And at that point, gravity just takes over. We have to just hope that it all goes well, and thank God it did. And yeah, it was just incredible to see. I genuinely had a tear in my eye, I had goosebumps. And yeah, I was saying to the rest of the team, correct me if I'm wrong, but surely this has been like the most publicized first ever test run on a coaster in history. Like, I can't think of another example where so many people have been stood watching the very first test run, and there were thousands of people watching Theme Park Worldwide's live stream. Like, this first test run was documented. Fair play to Thorpe Park, because they could have tested it at midnight, and obviously we would have been here, but there wouldn't have been that incredible atmosphere that was out there, and that is what has been so special about this project. I've been so honoured to be able to capture this ride's construction from within the construction site, but it's the whole community that has really made this ride special. Like people like Dominic Gardner that has been here day in, day out, down Monk's Walk, out on the park, waiting for this first test ride to happen. And yeah, just knowing that so many people are so passionate about this ride is truly amazing. And I'm so excited to see you all on opening day and hopefully be able to ride it with loads of you throughout the course of however long this ride operates for, hopefully many, many decades to come. But yeah, for today's video, all I have to say is thank you all so much for watching, and thank you for being here throughout this entire journey. Whether if you've literally tagged on these last few updates when things have got really exciting, or if you've been here since the very start, I appreciate you all so much. And yeah, I shall leave you all there. Be sure to subscribe for even more updates. As I said, they're going to continue right up until and after this ride's opening date. And otherwise, my name is TheJackSilkstone. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye. What a day.